Hello everyone, welcome to Homework Help. If you find the video useful, please subscribe to the channel. So in this video, we'll solve this problem using the concepts of derivatives. So we have to find the derivative of these four trig functions. So let's start with the first one, y equals cos of sine 2x. Now this is a composite function. So there is an outer function cos and there is an inner function sine. So we have to use chain rule to find the derivative of this function. So for the outer function cos, the derivative is minus sine times the derivative of the inner function, which is sine 2x. Now sine 2x is also made up of two functions, the sine function and the 2x, which is the polynomial function. So we'll have to use chain rule for the derivative of sine 2x. So we'll start with the derivative of this outer function, which is sine, and the derivative of sine is cos, times the derivative of the inner function of sine 2x, which is 2x, and the derivative of 2x is just 2 times 1. So in 2x, 2 is the coefficient of the term, so it will stay as it is, and the derivative of x is 1. Now we can simplify this expression. So 2 times 1 is equal to 2, and 2 times cos 2x will be equal to 2 cos 2x. So we can rewrite it as times. So this can be the final answer for the derivative of this first function. Now we can analyze the second function, y equals e to the power x times cos x plus sin x. Now this function is made up of two types of functions. The one is the exponential function e to the power x. The other is the cos x plus sin x, which is a sum of two trig functions. And since these two expressions are being multiplied, we have to use product rule to find the derivative of this function y. So we get, so as per the product rule, we start with the derivative of the first function, and the derivative of e to the power x is just e to the power x times the second function plus the first function times the derivative of the second function. And the derivative of cos x is negative sin x, and derivative of sin x is plus cos x. Now we can simplify this expression. So we should distribute e to the power x in the parentheses, and we should do the same thing for the other e to the power x. So we get e to the power x cos x, then plus e to the power x sin x. So we multiply both terms in the parentheses by e to the power x, and we'll do the same thing for the second part. So for the second part, e to the power x times minus sin x gives us minus e to the power x sin x, and then plus e to the power x cos x. Now we can cancel out e to the power x sin x terms because they have the opposite sign, and we can add e to the power x cos x terms. So we get y prime equals 2 e to the power x cos x. So this should be the derivative of this second function. So now we can analyze the third function. Now the third function is given to us in the form of a fraction. So there is this sine term in the numerator and cos term in the denominator. So we can use quotient rule to find the derivative. So as per the quotient rule, we start with the derivative of the numerator. So the numerator is sine x and its derivative will be cos x times the denominator and minus the numerator times the derivative of the denominator. Now the derivative of 1 is 0 and the derivative of cos x is minus sine x over the square of the denominator. Now we can simplify the numerator. So in the numerator, we can distribute the cos x into the parentheses. And in the second part, so 0 minus sine x is just negative sine x, and then negative sine x times negative sine x will become sine square x. Now we can use the Pythagorean identity in the numerator to change cos square x plus sine square x into 1. Now we can rewrite the terms in the numerator. We can rearrange the terms and we can write it as 1 plus cos x and we can cancel out 1 plus cos x from numerator and denominator. So we are left with just 1 over 1 plus cos x. So this should be the derivative of this third function. Now we can analyze the fourth function. So in the fourth function, there are two terms. So the first term is 2x cubed sine x and the second term is 3x cos x. Now in the first term, there are two types of functions. So 2x cubed is the polynomial function and sine x is a trig function and they are being multiplied. So we have to use product rule to find the derivative of this first term. So as per the product rule, we have to find the derivative of the first term. So the derivative of 2x cubed will be 2, which is the coefficient, so it will stay as it is, and the derivative of x cubed is 3x squared times sine x, second function, plus the first function times the derivative of sine x, which is cos x. So now we are done with the first term in this function. Now we can analyze the second term. So we'll keep the negative sign outside and use brackets. So we'll start with the derivative of the first function 3x, which is just 3 times 1, times the second function plus the first function times the derivative of the second function cos x, and the derivative of cos x is minus sine x. Now we can simplify this expression. So in the first part, 2 times 3 is 6. And the second part stays the same. Now in the brackets, 3 times 1 is 3, so we get 3 cos x. And then 3x times negative sine x is minus 3x sine x. Now in the next step, we can open up the brackets. So we distribute the negative sign in the brackets and we get and plus 3x sine x. Now in this expression, there are no like terms. So we can just rearrange the terms in the order of the powers on x from greatest to least. So this can be the final answer for the derivative of this fourth function. So these are the steps you have to keep in mind to solve a problem like this one. So I hope you'll find this video useful. Please share it, like it, and subscribe to Homework Help. Thank you very much and have a nice day. Bye.